Well, Cynthia and I bought the house in 1998 and started the restoration in 99 and 2000. And when we bought the house, it was a duplex. So there were some alterations to the original form of the house that we have since taken back. We sort of redid all the mechanical systems since 2000. We did all new electrical, new plumbing, 2 new bathrooms, new heating and air conditioning units that the house had never, it had had heating but never central air. We also jacked the house up entirely and replaced the whole foundation, reusing all the original brick, so it's on a brand new foundation. We did quite a bit of landscaping. It was overgrown as a duplex. It had been used just as a rental, so we did a lot of landscaping that we felt was traditional. But the nice thing is we had a lot of mature trees to start with. We got great oak trees, holly trees, maple trees, great magnolia, but we added the boxwoods back where we thought. We've done a lot of that type of landscaping. Everything that we've done has really been with an eye towards longevity. Like even with the front porch, you know, the porch flooring that we used is Ipe that, you know, ought to outlast us all. I replaced the roof on the porch with flat seam soldered copper with built-in gutters. When we remodeled the kitchen, actually when we installed the kitchen, because there was no kitchen back there, we did custom cabinets ourselves and did new soapstone countertops that are also just incredibly durable. We've enjoyed having them because you can take a pot straight off the stove and set it on the soapstone countertops and it doesn't hurt anything. They don't stain. The sink is also made out of soapstone. The countertops and cabinets are walnut. Cynthia and I were really interested in putting the house back as close as we could to it, the way it appeared in 1858 when it was built. And we had paint research done, and the colors that the house is painted now are its original colors. One of the nice things about the landscaping is this alley that goes out from the front, sort of this sunken sidewalk, which is original, and there's one other house in Franklin County that is that way, but we planted the boxwoods to sort of accentuate that. On the property also behind the house is a building that we refer to as the Academy. We moved it here in about 2002. It was built as a law academy about 5 miles north of town, and we moved it here. It's a wonderful little Georgian building, very, very well made. It's unrestored at this point and sort of leaves the option of, you know, a guest suite, a mother-in-law suite, an office, or when we moved it here, we sort of aligned it with the house so it could be connected with a hallway that goes straight to the front door of the building, so that it could be additional bedrooms or whatever someone needed. The Academy, when we moved it here, I took the roof off and we moved it whole. We also moved all the original stone from the foundation and chimney and had the foundation and chimney relayed by a master stonemason. So the Academy has 2 working fireplaces. And that's certainly a nice feature. Behind the house in the backyard is a little building that we refer to as the ticket office, and this property was originally 90 acres and I think was still 90 acres up until maybe even the 1930s or 40s. But the family used to lease part of the land for the county fair, and this little building in the backyard was the ticket office for the fair. I think it got moved in the 1950s or 60s as an office in Franklinton, and then moved back here. So we kind of fondly refer to it as the ticket office.
Franklin County is a great agricultural community, and it's full of organic farmers. including Volmer Farms, which is just over in Bunn, not far from here. They deliver to Whole Foods, and they also have a CSA program. We participate in a CSA of sorts with a local organic farmer who delivers weekly to us fresh eggs and vegetables. So there is a great community of people who are farming and who are providing local produce to folks who live in the county and in Louisburg. The Williamson House is in a very walkable community. We are walkable to the post office, several churches, Louisburg College, and the College Auditorium, which has a performing artist series every year where you can go to Doc Watson and the Red Clay Ramblers and a lot of other great performing artists. We are walkable to River Bend Park, actually that is also an access to the Tar River Paddle Trail. And so it's a great opportunity to get your boat on the water if that's something that you're interested in. You can walk to the coffee shop, to the grocery store, and you can even walk your dog or your cat to the vet, which is about 3 or 4 blocks over on the other side of Main Street. The property sits on 1.7 acres. It's very spacious with a lot of privacy. It allows for a large fenced-in area for dogs and other pets, and also for a perennial garden and a vegetable garden. So there's a lot of room to spread out, and there's a lot of feeling as though you're part of a community, but also that you have some room to breathe. Louisburg is easily commutable to Raleigh and to Durham, and also to Wake Forest. Wake Forest is 20 minutes to a half an hour, Raleigh 45 minutes, Durham an hour, tops. So if you work from home, it's great, but if you also work in the Greater Triangle area, it's very convenient.
This is, I think, the 3rd or 4th house that I've owned that's got protective covenants on it through Preservation North Carolina. I think that it's an honor to live in a house that has the kind of architectural significance that warrants that sort of protection. The covenants basically are designed to maintain the architectural integrity of the house. They don't discourage additions. They don't discourage modern conveniences, bathrooms, kitchens, heating and air conditioning, storm windows. All of those things are encouraged. I guess dogs are kind of a little unpredictable. So additions are allowed, things like that. Garages built absolutely are all acceptable within the protective covenants. We have found them very easy to live with, and I think we're honored to have a house that's on the National Register and have protective covenants and in a National Register historic district. We think is quite an honor.